All right. Welcome everybody tonight to our Monday Health Coach Huddle. This is a place where our team can meet and we can learn together. So I just want to thank you all for being here tonight. I know I see some of you in cars, some of you in kitchens. I know that this is not necessarily the easiest time, and it can be tricky to make the time for it. And so I just want to really let you know how much I appreciate when we do get together and we're all here and everybody's making that effort. Well, as I said, it is Craig's birthday today, and so I thought it might be fun if maybe on the count of three we just say happy birthday to him, because he's going to be posting this in our Health Coach Facebook page, so he'll be seeing that. So ready, guys? Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday!
All right, guys, thanks for indulging me. So also know that our Health Coach Huddle is open to visitors. So if you've got people that you're working with, clients that have a heart to serve and they're wondering about our health coaching community, please feel free to welcome them in. We would love to have them come and visit with us. So we do have a brand new coach in the house, I see. So Dawn Hurst, would you like to introduce your new coach to us?
Hi everyone, can you hear me? Hey, I'm really excited. My daughter has decided to not only just become a client, but also become a coach at the very same time. So I told her just a little bit ago, I said, you can join us tonight and meet a few people if you'd like to. And so she's here with us. You can't see her face because she has kids in the background, but she's here. She can hear all of you. So I'm really excited to have her here. She's excited and she has a great story, and I know she's going to do great on the program and as a coach. So hi, Grace.
Awesome. So glad you joined us, Grace. Where did we lose her? Maybe. Okay, if she pops back on, I'd love it if she would like to share just a little bit about, what made her decide to want to coach. So anyway, well, welcome, Grace. So awesome to have you. So tonight, leadership call. How many people were able to tune in and take a listen to that? So we had a few. Awesome. So I just want to open it up for discussion on anything that kind of, maybe we'll go by sections first. First section talked about the massive growth our company is experiencing and some of the glitches that are happening. Anybody want to comment on that? Or?
Well, yeah, I guess I can start that off. I've had some real nightmares. I have a client that since the 30th still waiting to get their kit, and just kind of taking them along on the ride, just basically trying to keep them motivated. And so I called Optavia, I had another client get 3 boxes and 2 sets of the books and everything. And so now, we got to go through the drill of having him go to FedEx and turn the books or the UPS store. And it's kind of painful, but the growth is a good thing, as far as, if that's indicative of things to come. I noticed that after the Today Show was where people really started gaining an interest, in Optavia got some serious credibility from just that Today Show conversation. It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It was really, I thought it was awesome to hear that the company is trying to be proactive with it. And like you said, Irving, I think it just really, with that, all the news that we had with Brittany's story being out there, I think that really created kind of a bump. And then just the growth. We've got so many awesome people who are out there just sharing, like you all are, and people are coming on board and wanting some change. And so very exciting things happening there. So, and then they were able to go on and talk about some of the different people who have hit presidential and global. So any little tidbits, I love when they share their stories, and I love when they share just a little bit about their tips. You know, what were their things that they really felt like helped move them forward. So anything that kind of stood out to you in that area?
I guess I'll jump in again. Yeah. So, you know, they talked from a whole bunch of different areas on what their coaching why was. But as far as, you know, one of the things that kind of came as a factor was their service, or their zeal to serve, being able to do something that helps the health of others. And that was, I can't remember her name, but she was saying that when she goes to heaven and the Lord's going to ask her, you know, of her good deeds and everything. And, you know, I kind of have said to the coaches on my team that I feel that this is my ministry. You know, this is where I'm supposed to be. You know, I just thought that was pretty impactful on her talking about things from that spiritual standpoint.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely, Irving. I appreciate you sharing that. Yeah. Anyone else have something they'd like to share? All right. Got it. Jose, let's see. I can unmute you. Okay. Oops. I guess you go ahead.
All right. Just like Irving was saying, one of the things that keeps standing out when I was with Take Shape for Life 3 years ago, I used to hunt for people. I was searching and I was just hunting, and it didn't work out. What I realized this time during the in-between, when Lynn Ann finally texted me and says, "Hey, are you still doing Take Shape for Life?" This is years later. He brought me back in because I was praying, God, you know, give me something new. My marriage is falling apart, and, you know, I need something to refocus. And I learned a lesson from back then till now is this product is so good, we don't need to chase anybody. What we have an opportunity is to share, because my biggest heart is for the people who are in medication and obese. Medication ain't healing nobody. I work at the VA. I see it every day. At the Veterans Administration, I see our veterans getting worse and worse and worse as time goes on. They go from walking to canes to walkers to wheelchairs, and they just progress downward. Then I have the obesity. Obesity plus medication, it just doesn't get the human body anywhere. Mm-hmm. And so what I have is I have an offer, an opportunity to share health, but they got to want it. I'm not chasing anybody. Amen.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Who would like to share next? Oh, wow. Love all the friendly faces I'm seeing. Dawn, jump in, please.
I don't remember who said this, but she said being vulnerable with your clients and your team. Mm-hmm. So just being real and sharing. If you can't do that with the people that you're working with to do all this, and with your clients, then, mm-hmm. I'm actually going through that myself. So I think it's just super important. And it was nice to hear someone identify with that, to say that, she had to be real vulnerable with her clients and her teammates. So I liked that.
Yeah, I wrote that down as well. I thought that was a great point. All right, Lynn Ann, is your hand up? Yes? No? I'm not sure.
Looks like she's frozen.
It does look like she's frozen. We'll go back to Lynn Ann a little later. Maybe her hand up is frozen as well. So anyone else want to share? I'm wondering, Rita, did you get a chance to tune in? No? Okay. Carrie, how about you?
I wasn't in on the call
Okay.
tonight.
No worries. No worries. Looking for somebody else who was. Martin, were you on it?
I was on it, but my observation is more not in anyone in particular, but what we do or what Optavia is and what Optavia offers our clients. And I've been struggling trying to work with some different terminology instead of saying that I'm a health coach or that. It's not so much what we do, but it's what this does for people, what this will do for them. So I've been really looking at saying, thanks for sharing. I'm wondering, would you be interested in hearing something that may be able to help you out with that, or help you out with your situation, or help you achieve your goals? And just leave off the whole, well, I'm a health coach and I help people do that. It sounds kind of salesy, but would you be willing to hear something that I could offer that could help you out in that area?
Mm-hmm.
Just asking the permission or the acknowledgement to come alongside them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's a great piece to empathetic coaching is when we ask permission and take that approach. Thanks for sharing. Debbie, were you on the call tonight? Did you get to listen in? Do you want to share a tidbit? Something?
I kind of froze for a minute there. It kind of goes along with what Martin said. I really liked when they shared about moving from what I can get from Optavia versus what I can give from Optavia.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was trying to write that down really quick, and that's to remember our intention. I think that's one thing that I've been trying to, like, before I meet with somebody that I might be doing a health assessment, kind of just pausing, checking my intention, checking this, because I don't want it to seem salesy. So that was, I really like that. And I like the idea of just being reminded that we are our own CEO. And I've heard that before. It's been a while though, since I've heard it. So I really like that we have, being consistent, we have control on, even if I only do this part-time, just a little bit of time. If we're, very very consistent with what, I don't know, very focused on what we're going to do in that short period of time. It reminds us we're our success is in reflection of how much what we do. I think so. It was good. I liked it. I love seeing Dr. A too. It was good to see him.
I agree. Absolutely. All right. Sharon, did you get a chance to tune into the leadership call? We need to unmute you, Sharon.
Do I? There.
Okay, there we go.
There. Yes, I did. I got to hear the whole thing. I bad coach moment. I didn't take notes. But one of the things that one of the ladies said, I don't recall her name, but she said that she was told you don't have to do A, you just have to do B+. And so that was kind of something that has kind of fueled her through her coaching success. And so I thought that was something that was really good. And then one of the other women, and I did write this down, said that the 3 things that she loves about Optavia is integrity, faith, and family. And I thought those are very good character qualities no matter what we're doing. And so I thought it was a really good call. Makes me anxious to go to the convention because I'm going for the first time this year. So.
Yep, we're so excited that you are, Sharon. It'll be fun to meet, fun to see you and hang out with you. Can't say you because we get to see each other occasionally, but
I know, we're blessed.
It'll be fun. Be really fun. Dawn Weber, did you get a chance to tune into the call?
I did, but I was very busy cooking, and I have to say I didn't take notes either. I did what like Sharon said about the faith, integrity, and of course I didn't take notes, so I can't even remember what the third one was. It was the bits and pieces that I got. It was pretty good.
Awesome. Yeah, I would agree. Lynn Ann, you're home. Would you like to contribute something?
I'm home. That was crazy. Okay, sorry everyone. It was just a big learning curve for me, but I'm home now. Yeah, when I got on my phone, I saw my client my new client, Dr. Darren Jacobs. He got on, and then by the time I got home, he's disappeared. So I was going to introduce him, but he's not here. So, and sorry, I'm late. I was starting a new ministry, and it just went way too long, and so I will have to see the recording because everyone seems so inspired. I'm going to listen to it. So thanks.
Awesome. Okay, Christina, did you get a chance to listen to the leadership call tonight?
I did. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, great. So I did listen to it. I mean, I'm driving, so I couldn't actually take any notes, but I did. Some things that stuck out to me were like, she was, one of the women was saying something like, you feel like when you gain 10 pounds that you just are a failure as a coach. And that's something that I've struggled with over the last year. I have yet to make it to my weight goal. I have been floating at a specific weight bracket for the last year, and I always get these like bursts of like, oh, I'm gonna do it, and then stuff happens, and then I'm like, oh man, I shouldn't be coaching because I can't even do it, and I'm asking my people to do it, but that's not what this is about. It's about, I'm a human being and I have struggles that maybe somebody else doesn't have. I have a client who lost like 80 pounds and 10 of it was while she was in transition. And so it was like, I have no excuse for not following through, except for I have a lot of personal growth I need to go through. And that's my journey. That's part of my journey. That's not for me to be like, oh, I have to be perfect like these clients that are perfect and they do everything right. It's like, no, that's not what it looks like for me. And that's okay. It's not okay if I isolate, and it's not okay if I don't ask for help, but it's okay that I'm having a struggle, that I have people like my coach and my mentor coach and you guys and people that are in my life that I can be that transparent person to and be like, well, I'm not doing that great, but I'm so glad to have people in my community that Optavia or no Optavia, that I can go, hey, I'm having a hard time. Can you pray for me, or whatever the case is. Like that right there is what is creating that personal growth, which I will get to my weight goal, but who knows how much personal growth I have to deal with to get there. You know what I mean? So like that really stuck out to me and really hit me. I like try not to cry. It's one of those things, I just felt so bad that I'm not at my weight goal, but it's my journey, and I can't tell you how to do your journey, and I can't tell any one of my clients on how to do their journey. I'm just there along for the ride. And, my poor mentor coach, Craig, has to put up with me and, all that kind of stuff. But I'm grateful for the patience that the people that work with me directly, Craig and John and my clients, I have so much gratefulness for their patience. For me, they're just sitting there just going, okay, Christina, we're here if you need us, and we're here to support you through your personal growth. What is that going to look like? Please tell us so we can support you properly. It's not telling me, oh, well, you shouldn't. It's saying, oh, okay, that's okay. You're going through that. How can we help you through it? And I find that to be the most helpful in my journey and me. I mean, I literally could have gained all the weight back in the year that I lost, the whole whatever 100 pounds or whatever that I lost, I could have gained it all back. But because I have this ongoing support, and I fall, but then I have people who are like, my hand is here trying to help you up, are you going to take it, or are you going to just be in your misery, so that really, I don't know, that one small statement just made me go through this whole reeling effect of like, you know, God had a bigger plan for that in my life beyond the actual generic statement of the, you know, you gain 10 pounds and you don't want to be a coach anymore because you're a failure. But really, there's something else to be said about that. If you think about it, how does it really apply to your heart? And that's what I really love about Optavia. And this has been said many times, is just there's heart there. It's not just we have the key to be healthy and successful. It's we're people, and we're all a family in this together. And, you know, the weakest link doesn't determine the strongest link. It's okay, the strongest link hangs on to that weakest link until they can rebuild, you know, and that's important. If there's not that, then it's all about the money. This is not all about the money. This is about people helping people and then the money, you know, and I mean, I hate to say it, but like we get compensated pretty well for like what we do as coaches, but
Did we lose you, Christina? I think we might have lost her, guys. But yeah, I think that, thanks, Christina. That was really, I think the point was really well taken, you know, that we are all on that personal journey, and that it's about giving the gift away, about really reaching out and seeing who we can serve. Amy, we haven't heard from you tonight. How are you? And did you get a chance to tune into the leadership call and have any takeaways? Oops, gotta unmute you, dear. Okay.
No, I didn't get a chance to listen to the call. I was in the middle of getting dinner ready, so, but I was listening just now when Sharon was talking, and sounds like it was a good call. And I like the concept of what Christina was just saying about not having to be perfect. I have a saying that I've heard that says, perfect is the enemy of done, which is, you know, and also the idea that being a perfectionist causes you to procrastinate. And that's because you feel like if you're not perfect, if it's not perfect, you can't finish, and you give up. And that's something I really struggle with. So that's a good message for me today, to you don't have to be perfect.
Yeah, that is a great one. And that, you just reminded me of something else that one of the other speakers talked about, was just not giving up. That as long as you don't give up and you stay consistent and you keep moving forward, you can't help but do well and help a lot of people. So yeah. I think that's pretty huge. They also mentioned tonight about a new Optavia knowledge check and having a little opportunity to get your name in a drawing. So if you go in between now and I believe it was June 1st, you can get your name in a drawing to win a free registration to convention, which would be pretty fun. So it's a 25 question check just to see, you know, how are you doing and what do you need to learn? And so I thought, well, that sounds kind of interesting. I think I'm going to go in and check that out. And then the other piece I wanted to just kind of touch on is, if you haven't registered for a convention, I hope you will seriously consider it. And if you just even want to go just a tiny bit, talk to your mentor about it and see, you know, how can you make that happen? I'm sure that, you know, it always seems like if there's a will, there's a way. So we can figure out your mentor is there to help you figure out how to make it happen if that's something you want. And then Saturday trainings, who's been able to participate in the Growing Global trainings on Saturdays? Anybody? Yeah. Super valuable. Those recordings are in Simple Systems. If you don't know how to access that, talk to your mentor and they would be glad to get that for you. But lots of great information coming out of that. But one of the things that Craig and I talked about today when we were talking about this meeting tonight was thinking about action. You know, we hear great tips on the leadership call. We're plugging into the Saturday trainings and we're getting so much great information there. But if we don't put it into action, is it going to make any difference? And so I'm just want to challenge you right now to think of, just given what we've heard tonight, whether it's been things that we've just shared together or something you've heard on the leadership call or something that you heard on the Saturday trainings, what's an action step for you? What would that next action step be? And I'm just going to throw a few ideas out as you're kind of thinking, you know, do you need to maybe make some appointments to do some health assessments? You know, do you maybe need to follow up on some Facebook posts and start some conversations? Do you need to be more consistent with your 3, 3, and 3? You know, what are some of those pieces that you're feeling like are your next step to grow and to move forward with? And one of the things I love that our trainers have been saying lately is maybe just do it scared, you know, and do it scared until it's not scary anymore. And so wondering if anybody's brave enough to share what would be your action step this week that would help move you forward in your business growth.
So mine is, I'm looking to, I was going to say bring on another coach, but then Matt Frescone just texted me. He's ordering his kit tonight. So that was good. But as far as all my focus is on building that foundation of coaches. So I went in with the goal of having 2 additional new coaches for the month. And I think as of now, I'm halfway there.
Awesome. Congratulations, Irving. So for you as an action step to make that goal happen, what are some of the things that you're planning to do?
So I've been doing a bunch of coach, what are they called? Of course, I can't think of the name now.
Explorers?
Huh?
Explorers?
Yes. Coach Explorers. I've been doing a bunch of those and, trying to overcome some of the objections of I need to lose 60 pounds before I start. Or I need to, I think maybe I should start partnering more with Coach Rita and Coach Dan to kind of give some good examples of a coach. And maybe that's something that I need to look at some different angles on that, partnering in on the Coach Explorers with a couple of the other coaches there.
Yeah. Awesome. Great action step. All right. Who would like to be next? Something you want to put into action?
I don't know. Well, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to call my good friend Don and have him be coach. Because Martin said something to me. We had a long conversation the other day about action steps. And then he called me right back. I was like, what's going on? He said, you know what you're dealing with? Because I saw Craig's post of his healthy happy hour and when they had the cards out. I said, did Don do that? Because that looks like a teacher thing. Yeah. And, he's like, Lan, it's like a lesson plan. All of this is like a lesson plan that you're following. And I need to reconstruct how I'm viewing it because I'm allowing myself to be so overwhelmed and feeling like, well, I need to be super fit. Because who might ask people to be healthy if I'm not my utmost perfect healthiness? But like you guys have been saying, Christina started, people chimed in, it's not about that. We're all on our own kind of journey. We're on different levels. We're dealing with different issues. And Martin said, look, people are not waiting for you to be completely done with your journey in order for you to help them with their journey.
Right.
I'm like, oh my gosh, that's eye-opening because I think I just get strangled. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm being descriptive,
right.
But
so when you think about action, what would that be for you this week?
Following up with people that I know that I've done the what is that equation? The I plus Q equals A. I've identified some people and I've qualified them like, I would really love to work with this gal. I mean, she is just on top of it. She's bright. She's terrific, loves people. And even if I mentioned it before, I want to come back around. I guess working on verbiage and feeling more confident with what I am and saying, hey, I would just love to really partner with you. I need some verbiage, like, would you like to take a look at this? And then following up with people that I've shared the program with. I get people where they're like, oh yeah, next week would be great. I would love to do a health assessment. And then I literally went and knocked on their door, and he opens the door. We're not ready yet. That's okay. You know, that's fine. It's all about what you want when you want it. You know, and then I went back a couple weeks later, and I'm like, hey, you guys want to go to a blues club? Just to connect socially, you know, because I think I'm going to be all about just trying to get them to do something. So anyway, you and I will talk privately. That's my plan.
Okay, awesome. So Don Hurst, what are you thinking?
Heck, we can only catch one way.
I was thinking about past clients that actually stopped the program and getting in touch with them. I've got quite a list. And just seeing where they are, and you know, I think I felt insecure to follow up with them because I wasn't in a good place, but you know, after all this, you realize that you're just human, so maybe that humanness they could relate to. So just getting back in touch with some of those people.
Yeah, I think that sounds like a great idea. How about you, Carrie?
I am going to do the, is my audio weird?
Mm-mm.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
It's been weird in my head. Maybe that's just me. I'm going to do the knowledge check thing to see where I'm at, and I'm positive I'm missing things. So it'll be nice to kind of fill in the gap.
Awesome. Sounds like a great step. What about you, Rita? Anything you're thinking about?
I've had a lot of things going on the past couple weeks, so I just need to get myself back on track. I'm just going to focus on doing that.
Just your own personal health journey?
No, just personal things. I had a friend recently die, and the funeral was today, and had some other things going on. So just an emotional state that I got to get myself back on track. So I'm going to work on that. And Duffy's there with me. He's getting back on track. So, I mean, as far as my coaching going, I'm keeping up with my team and myself. I'm keeping up with myself, but I just need to get myself mentally back into the game. So it's coming.
Yeah, and that's us as a team. That's us as a team. We've had some really unusual month, and I think that with the things that have happened, both Coach Rita and myself, and Coach Dan also has had some stuff going where we're just trying to get the wheels back on the tracks, but it's coming along.
All right. Well, don't hesitate to reach out if we can assist in any ways, guys. You know, we're family here, and we want to be there for each other. So
thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. How about you, Miss Sharon? Any action steps you're thinking about for this week? Oops, let me get you unmuted.
Okay. It's probably good you muted me because I was crunching on some smoky barbecue. Fueling time. Anyway, I have a gal. She responded to an email last October and said after the first of the year she wanted to start. And she never got back to me. And so I thought about that tonight. I thought I just need to shoot her an email or a quick text and just say, I'm still here. I'm even more convinced this is a great program, or, you know, that kind of a dialogue with her. So just reaching out, no pressure, but just reaching out. So
yeah, absolutely. Great. Debbie, how about you? Are you still there?
I don't know what happened there.
All right, there you go.
Did you call me out?
I did. Do you have any action steps you're thinking about right now for the week for you?
Yes, well, follow up. I think that was last week too, but I got a spreadsheet going of people that like to post, and I need to just start reaching out and again, just really, I really feel like I get all these ideas in my head of people and what I could, you know, who I could reach out to, and then nothing happens. And that whole idea about, you know, 85% of us, well, not me, don't follow up. You know, somebody shows interest and then they kind of pull back a little, and then I just drop it. And I really feel like if I just was consistent with just creating the relationship and keep going, that something that they might be able to actually consider it, you know, because I'm getting a lot of good feedback with the post. Everybody's loves what I'm doing and says I'm an inspiration and everything, but then I drop the ball, you know? So life gets in the way, and I just, you know, so follow up.
Yeah. And then do you have a system for keeping track of people that you're following up with?
Well, I just started a spreadsheet, and I actually made a tab for every person that, and so, and then like writing down what, you know, last time I talked to them. So, you know, it's kind of like that follow-up binder. It's just going through health assessments. I figured it's kind of a way to keep track of people that I know I've reached out to that I haven't necessarily done a health assessment for. Just trying to do, I know that Craig did one that was, I think the names were actually on one sheet, but I, you know, I don't know. I'm still kind of, do you guys have something that you could share?
I use just a binder with loose leaf paper in it, and then I just make a page for each person that I've had a health conversation with or who's shown an interest. And then as I'm going back and touching, whether it's an invite to a healthy happy hour or an invite to a challenge or another conversation that we have, I'll make notes on that page so that I can kind of keep track. And then I go through that binder from time to time and just retouch with the people who are in there, because otherwise I just find it's really easy to lose track. So that's what I use. Is there somebody who does something different that they feel like is really working for them as far as keeping track of people you're connecting with? Anybody?
I kind of do. I like my map a lot, and I don't just fill in the 10, or I'll put like 2 people per line. But that way, when I fill out my map for the next month, I transfer the names.
Yeah,
and then
I do
once
the same
we
thing.
actually
Roll them over. Yep.
Interesting, because I know I got a printout of the new map. And is there a training out there that's regards like specifically on how to use the map? Because I don't know if I've got a full grasp of how it looked. A little intimidating, and I thought about that. I actually looked on Simple Systems, saw some other videos that I thought would be really helpful, and but I wasn't sure if there was actually a training. I know that Craig has done them with boot camps or something like that, but nothing like that's going on right now that I know of.
Right. I want to say Brad Miller's got one out, a video, and it should be on Simple Systems. So, is Craig your mentor, Coach?
He's my global.
Craig's your global. He could find that for you. If
Alex is on vacation, and I didn't know if they had a meeting, so I just jumped onto this.
We're glad to have you. We're glad. All right.
Craig's my grandpa.
Your grandpa, Coach?
Yes. Donna, do you have, yes, Dawn, I saw Craig and I got thrown off. Do you have a team on this challenge?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I may ask you for an invitation. I have somebody that I was talking about, but I don't have it. And Craig's not doing a team. So if you don't mind me jumping on, I'll ask her if she's, it's just nice to know somebody has a team that I might be able to jump on with to get people to see what we do.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely welcome. We'd love to have you.
Awesome.
Love to have you.
I'm a good teammate.
Okay, I know it's getting cut.
I'm a good teammate too.
Awesome. So, Lexi, I think Amy and Jose, I haven't hit you guys yet as far as action steps for this next week. Anything you want to share? Amy?
I was thinking about maybe getting some business cards printed up because that's what I'm used to with my normal business. That when somebody's interested in what I do, I can give them a card or even use that card to write their number on the back of it and take it so I have their information. But this weekend I was talking to a lot of people and I didn't physically have anything with me to give them, and I was wishing that I did. So I was thinking I really should get some business cards, and that would be helpful to me.
Yeah, I find that I carry a little notebook with me and I'll ask for their contact information because I just don't have a lot of luck with people getting back to me. But if I have their information, or the other thing I will do is we'll friend each other on Facebook. And that seems really helpful because then we can actually start connecting. And even if they don't want to get back to me, they're at least starting to see my posts and get a little flavor for what I have to offer. So I don't know. Those are just a couple things that I found to be helpful. So, all right. Thanks for sharing, Amy. Jose, back to you.
Okay. Was it Amy? Yeah. Like Amy was saying, a business card. Tonight was a good example. I just finished doing my first client's 7-day celebration call in her support group. And as I was walking away from her, this Uber driver came up and goes, "Hey, I'm an Uber driver. You need a ride?" And I looked at him. He was twice my size. I knew he needed a little help. I could have given him a business card. I could have done something real quick. That was a missed opportunity. But those missed opportunities helped me learn not to miss them next time. So on top of that, I got a couple that's I started to, I think someone mentioned it, as we make the connection, I think even Lenan said, not about the verbiage, but it's about, hey, how are you guys doing, and really caring for the people. And then reaching out and following through, because that's one thing I haven't done is I hesitate and I hesitate and I hesitate. So this week, I got to stop hesitating.
Yeah,
that's it.
Just follow through and reconnect. Absolutely. Even if you're doing it scared, it's
right
to do. Well, guys, we are way over time, and I just thank you so much, and have an awesome week. Love to see you posting on our team wall how you're doing with your action steps. That would be awesome to see some of that happening this week. So have a great week, and we'll connect with you next Monday.